What is up, everybody? Thank you for coming back for episode 6 of Bagged and Boarded with your boy Pauly. Gotta tell ya, missed you guys last week, last Wednesday. Had a little bit of a late vacation that I went over to Ocean City, Maryland. So I was a little bit busy, didn't get a chance to make a video, but here I am, I'm back, making another video for you guys, and it is going to be a great one, kind of highlighting what I picked up last week and all the other good stuff I picked up today, and all that good stuff. So, just going to jump right into it. So what I'm holding right here in my hand, many of you may recognize, some of you may not, but most big-name comic book fans will tell you that this right here is Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Fantasy number 15. It is pretty much a reprint of the classic comic where Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Uncle Ben, Aunt May all made their first appearance. The origin of Spider-Man and all that good stuff. So Marvel decided, I believe, that pretty much with the release of the new Spider-Man Homecoming film and with the release of the Spider-Man comic that just released today, Marvel decided that they wanted to reboot the comic and bring it back out. And honestly, I was so happy to be able to get something. It will never be the original, but it is cool to have something that looks just like it, and it looks great. It was only $1, and you should check out your local comic book stores if you want it, because it is awesome. And it's only $1, which is kind of surprising coming from Marvel, but you know what? Thank you, Marvel, for doing that, and thank you for bringing this back out. It basically highlights the original story of Peter Parker and his battles and whatnot in his first appearance, basically tracking down Uncle Ben's killer and whatnot. So it is a great story, and I highly recommend you go and pick this up. So another pickup I got last week was Champions number 10. Basically, it's the super team of youngsters. Miles Morales, the Young Vision, Totally Awesome Hulk, Miss Marvel, Cyclops, and Nova, and it is a very good comic. I've hyped this a lot. I've recommended it to you guys. Go out and read this. It's very cool, especially with the Secret Empire going on right now. This team is fighting for their own survival. So it's a very good story, and I highly recommend you guys go out and pick it up. So I'm actually going to jump around a little bit to something I picked up today. While we're on the subject of Champions, today I picked up at my local comic book store was the Champions No Time for Losers. Now, if anybody is not sure, the Champions was an old comic book series that had 5 different Marvel characters in it that not a lot of people recognize very well. The first one is Ghost Rider, then you have Hercules, Iceman, Black Widow, and Angel. And I had a chance to pick up the original series of the Champions, and I never did. So I saw this today, and I was like, I'm not going to pass up on it. This is basically like a remake of the original Champions number 1 cover, and I saw it, and I thought it was really cool. I'm not really sure what it is. I believe it's probably just going to be a retelling of some of their stories. And it's a very thick comic book, as you can see. Maybe if my camera will focus. But yeah, it's really cool, and I can't wait to read this. It was only $5, so very cool. So, moving on to some other stuff I got last week was the all-new Guardians of the Galaxy number 5, highlighted by Star-Lord on the cover, attempting to fix his awesome mixtape cassette tape, and it all spells out Star-Lord in the tape on the ground there. So very cool. Peter Quill sitting on his box Pete's booty, so that's pretty funny. And but yeah, it's a really cool cover. And number 5, go out and read the Guardians of the Galaxy, because they are up and coming and they are absolutely awesome. Gotta love that team. Coming up next, we have the all-new Wolverine, number 22. And I gotta tell you, I'm very excited to jump back into this. I finally got caught up on the all-new Wolverine, and this issue looks like it's going to be real badass with all-new Wolverine with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and just a very cool cover. This is the regular cover, so very awesome, and looks very thrilling. Next up, we're actually going to start moving into some variants that I picked up last week. But before I do that, just wanted to show off something I got with regards to accessories. And it was this Iron Man box. And this one's for my girlfriend because she is a huge fan of Iron Man. As many of you know from one of the episodes you already saw from us doing Marvel's biggest series, Civil War II. She's big on Iron Man, and really cool box, and only $10. So I felt like I got a good deal on that. So now we're going to move into another little thing before I finish off on the variant covers that I have gotten over the last couple of weeks, is a couple of new pop figures that I got. Now we're going to stroll over to my pop shelf and show you guys off the few that I have gotten over the last couple of days. And the first one being Daredevil from the Netflix series Daredevil. I thought it looked really cool, real badass. I love the Netflix show. You guys need to go out and watch it. It is awesome. And I also picked up Elektra as well. And my sister also was able to pick up the Punisher and Wilson Fisk from that show as well. We'll probably highlight those two eventually when they make their way down to the basement from her room. And then I also picked up, while on the subject of Marvel, today, Luke Cage PX Previews exclusive pop figure. And I really like this one because it shows off his original costume when he was Power Man Hero for Hire. Very, very cool. And this was a very interesting set of them. I've been trying to find Blade for a while. I have not yet found Blade yet, but hopefully I'll be able to get him. But Miss Marvel, I was able to get, and I was actually able to pick her up from Walgreens. You rarely are able to find Walgreens exclusives when you're actually looking for them, so very happy to have had that. And yeah, so also got Luke Cage, and finally, took me a while, but I finally got BB-8. Like I said, BB-8 was probably my favorite character from the new film, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and thought he had a lot of personality, thought he brought a lot to the table, and yeah, I'm sure he will have a lot to do in the new movies upcoming. And now they both have a mutual partnership on top of Han Solo on the Tauntaun. So those are the pop figures that I was able to pick up this week. And now we're going to move on. Back to the variants. It's a long walk. I'll have to figure out a better way of doing this. Probably should just do it all in one area, but I'm not going to do that because this is more action-packed. So, moving into some of the variant covers I picked up this week was Miss Marvel #2. What can you say about this comic other than it is awesome, it's adorable, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It kind of reminded me of old newspaper comic art, and I thought it was really cool. I got it for very cheap, only $1. Thought it was really cool, or actually only $2 for this one. And yeah, I love Miss Marvel. Who doesn't love her? And just a great variant there. Next up was the A-Force #1. And I love the A-Force. If I haven't already highlighted the A-Force before, they are a super team of only females. They are absolutely amazing. You guys should check them out. And what can you say? This is just a really cool cover. Could not pass up on this. Another $2 variant. And then a couple of special variants. Champions #1 variant edition. And look at this. Isn't that just absolutely freaking adorable? I've been getting a lot into some of the more comedic variants, more the ones that are cartoony. I thought originally that this one was by Scotty Young, but it turns out it was not. I honestly couldn't tell you who it was by. There's the name in case anybody can correct me in the comics who this is by, because I know it's not Scotty Young. But it looks a lot like what he would have done, but honestly, I love the Champions so much. You guys already know that, and I was finally able to pick this one up on eBay for a relatively fair price, and I love Gwenpool. I've hyped her up a lot lately, and yeah, very funny cover of them all eating breakfast together. Just very original and very funny. But speaking of Scotty Young, got a couple more of those variants in this week. And first one is Captain Marvel #1. Very simple, and again, not much going on in this one, but very cute, cool seeing Captain Marvel get her own cover here, floating above the buildings, and just very funny. Captain Marvel #1, great little book there. And then finally, I'm going to take this one out of its sleeve only because there's a big sticker on the front of the sleeve, so you can actually see the full comic without any distortion, is Inhumanity #1 with Black Bolt, Medusa, and Lockjaw. Now, if this isn't the funniest Scotty Young cover there is, I don't know what to say to you, because it's absolutely amazing. It's funny because a couple days ago they had just released the Inhumans trailer, the new show that's going to be on ABC. A lot of people have had mixed feelings about the trailer. I'm still going to watch it because I love the Inhumans. Medusa, Black Bolt highlighted the trailer, along with Lockjaw made an appearance too, so my 3 favorite Inhumans are going to be in it, so I'm definitely going to watch it. But Scotty Young, thank you so much for this cover, and Lockjaw also thanks you. But yep, so those are pretty much all the variants this week, and that's pretty much all I got for you guys. It was a very busy week for me. Like I said, I apologize for not being able to get out a video prior or last week. Just it was a busy week, and hopefully I'll be able to do a double upload. I'm trying to get a double upload this week. Hopefully I'll be able to get another episode out. I kind of want to do a tutorial video, basically explaining some do's and don'ts with regards to comic book collecting, basically telling you things and defining terms that not a lot of people know. And yeah, so a little bit of a shorter video this week. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that you guys had a great new comic book day today, and I hope you guys had a great 4th of July, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And if I don't make another video before next Wednesday, I will see you next Wednesday, and thank you guys. I love you very much. Peace.